Part three, falling for the narcissist. Okay, so when we're back from our event now, I've sold lots of hot chocolate today. I'm feeling really good. It's been a great day. And he starts like, seasoning some fish. We got the music going and all of that. Actually, one thing that I do remember is, I let him know he used to always play like, really old, like 80s, 90s hip hop, that sort of thing. And I told him like, one of my absolute favorite songs was this song, Tamia, I'm So Into You. I really like what you've done to me. I can't really explain it. I am so into you. That, oh my God, he used to play that and play that and play that like on repeat. I swear, it used to go on like, he used to have like a CD of it and he used to like pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Like, like I know I like the song, but like he really like continued, like even when we play our own music like in the events, he would like consistently play that same song, which I still love, by the way, surprisingly. But anyway, so we got home one day and he's like seasoning some food. He's telling me to relax, he'll pack up all the stuff, he'll unload the car, stuff like that, and I'm feeling like really taken care of. And he sort of pulls me up or pulls me close to him or whatever, and he's like, I can tell he's coming in for a kiss, and I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna kiss the ogre? And then I was like super grateful at the time that I had this support, you know what I mean? So yeah, I kissed the ogre, and which was fine. And then the ogre, proceeds to, try and get it on, and I'm kind of like, okay, Randy, ogre, whatever. No, I don't really want to, do this because, yeah, I just think it's too soon. Number one, I think it's too soon for us to, get down. And number two, I think I think he had known, a person that I had, been involved with in the past, he'd known a person, or a few people, should I say, that I'd been involved in with the past. So I just didn't want like to be dealing with anybody that knows anybody that I've known or been with before, because that's kind of like, messy, right? Because, guys can talk, barbershop gist, all of that kind of stuff. I was like, I'm not really feeling it, Randy. I can't, be adding you to my long list of, people to mention. So I was like, kind of like, no. But he's like, no, don't worry, blah, 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 kind of reassuring me or whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever, right? So we proceed to, start to get it on and all that. So he goes to get like a condom from like his, and by the way, his flat is like a studio flat. He's got this big, huge, round IKEA bed. IKEA used to do this round bed, and it was like cut into four. It was like in four sections, and it was round, and literally that was like half of the room. Okay. This flat was like illegally turned into the studio flat. It was only one bedroom, but it turned like they put a shower, a bathroom, that sort of thing. They put a kitchen in there as well. So I'm like, okay, this place is super small. But again, he's like, we're going to move soon or whatever, that sort of thing. So it's a really small flat, and he keeps all of his clothes in like a duffel bag, like thousands. I wouldn't say thousands, but he's got like a lot of duffel bags like stacked on top of each other. He'll have like a duffel bag for jeans, duffel bag for tops, duffel bag for socks, duffel bag. So he had like, the room was oversubscribed. Let's just put it like that. It was just like a bomb hit. It was just stuff everywhere. And then when you added my stuff on top as well, there was just so much everywhere all the time, So I'm like, okay, let's get it on. Randy goes to go and get a condom from like one of these huge bags that he had over there. So he gets a condom, and like, we're like getting it on, whatever. And then, he's like, I remember at one point, like, I'm sorry if this is way too much information. But he's like, we're doing a position essentially where, he's at the back. Okay. So he's at the back. And I remember I'm like, he's really sweating like nothing I've ever seen before. Like he's like, when someone's like been on the treadmill for like 2 hours, like he's sweating buckets, like, I mean, buckets. It was dripping everywhere. It was kind of gross, to be honest. And like, he's like, you know, I look back at one point and he's like making all these faces, and, you know, he looks like so like, you know, really horrible, like, you know, gremlin, ogre, you know, that sort of thing, like out of this world sort of thing. And I'm like, ooh. And you know what? If I rewind back to the first time I met him when I was outside the club, right? I remember very profoundly. It was as if, like, I know it was 5 o'clock in the morning, but it was as if the whole sky had gone grey, and he just had a negative aura about him, like a negative, like, orb around him. It was just like grey. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself like a, you know, spiritual seer or whatever, like, you know, but I remember meeting him thinking, there's something about this guy that's very dark. I can't put my finger on it, but it's really, really dark, and it surrounds his being. It's like a gray, dark aura of like, I don't know, like, you know, like kind of like concrete kind of color, like it just cement. It was just gray and dark. So, you know, looking back at him and seeing those faces as well, like of the gremlin, like kind of ogre thing, I'm like, yeah, like there's something like really off about him, like, you know, spiritually. But I'm like, okay, you know, put it to the side, whatever. So anyway, the intercourse is finished now, and he goes to the bathroom. And so I look over on the bed and I see the condom is on the bed. And I'm like, the condom is on the bed. So hold on, and it's empty. What happened here? So I say to him, like, Randy, did you take off the condom? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what the like, am I the only one who understands why that is a wrong thing to do? You just took off the condom. Like, I don't know you. Like, you know, STDs, pregnancy, you know, just, again, I don't know you like that, you know, that sort of thing. And he's like, oh, whatever. He's like, has this like nonchalant attitude to it. Like, oh, I don't even care. Like, you know, that sort of thing, deal with it kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell have I just slept with? This is like crazy. Not only have you like essentially, you know, SA'd me, but, you know, which I didn't know it was SA at the time. Now I know that it was SA, and it is actually called stealthing. This is not okay, guys. If this has ever happened to you, this is 100% SA, and it's called stealthing, and it's actually a crime. So if anybody does this to you, make sure you report them to the police, because I didn't know it was a crime at the time. But I just knew it was wrong, right? I didn't ask you to take off the condom. I didn't consent to having non-protected sex with you. I agreed to having protected sex, right? So if you take off the condom, we kind of need to talk about that, you know? So he just had this nonchalant attitude, like whatever, that kind of thing. And I became like so scared. Oh my God, like why would anybody do that? You know what I mean? And yeah, the next day he was just behaving like, you know, really sorry and trying to talk to me like at my event and stuff. And I was just working and just like ignoring him, just trying not to get involved with him too much. But obviously the vibe was off because I'm not talking to him. I don't even know what to do at this point. But, you know, I guess I was really naive back then. I didn't think of like getting like a STD check or like I didn't really think of doing like a plan B or anything like that. Morning after pill. I didn't think of anything like that, to be honest, at the time. And yeah, it might have been misinformation, you know, just not knowing what to do in those instances. You know, I was raised by my dad. I'd never lived with my mom before, so there was certain things missing, like, you know, what women are supposed to do in certain situations and stuff. And yeah, I just didn't think of that. So we get home the next day and he's like trying to like make it up to me and trying to, oh, it's because I love you so much. That's what I wanted for us. I really just want a family with you. You think I go around doing things like this? I just really wanted a family with you. It's because I love you so much. I really feel like, you know, we can make this work. Anyway, I know you're pregnant now. I can feel it. I know you're pregnant. I can feel it in my bones. I have such a strong spirit. So I know you're pregnant and all of this. And he's kind of like putting these images in my head that I'm pregnant. Yes, you're pregnant. I know it's going to be a boy. You're pregnant. All of this kind of stuff. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, you're going to have to hear what happens in part 4.